Okay, break it up, break it up. What are you guys two arguing about? What are you guys two? What are you two guys?
Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be in the Conclave.
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
Why can't we just work together?
So far, you're the only one who's insisted we can't work together.
We might, if your Inquisition would recognize the Chantry's authority.
There is no authority until another Divine is chosen.
In due time, Andraste will be our guide, not some dazed wanderer on a mountainside.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor.
Yeah, why is he here?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux.
How large is the war?
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars
Look at that.
with interest.
You know, Chancellor, why don't you turn around and take a look at that giant hole in the sky? And really just look at that. And think about it. And think about what we're trying to do here.
The mages and Templars are fighting even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
Exactly why all this should be left to a new Divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a
scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a
Cullen's got the right mindset here. I totally agree. They would definitely be like, let's use me as a scapegoat. Absolutely. And they'll be happy with that. I'll return with good news.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
I'm sure I can be a good influence. Alright.
Heaven has been filled with silence. I knew then, and crossed my heart with shame.
I can't tell which one of them is saying that. Oh, Mother Giselle is here.
Researcher Minave wishes to verify that the infections have decreased in number.
Yes. Heaven has been
Thank you for
filled
your
with
help.
silence.
Tell me,
I knew then,
are you happy this way?
and crossed
With
my
everything
heart
you feel
with
and
shame.
dream cut away?
I no longer talk to dragons.
I see. Maker, go with you.
Heaven has been filled
Greetings,
with silence.
Herald of Andraste.
I knew
How
then,
fares your quest to
and
seal the
crossed
breach?
my
I'm trying.
heart with shame.
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, even her husband for a time. Do everything within your power, but remember those who
Of course,
will
of
help
course. Thank you.
I appreciate your insight, Mother Giselle.
you. Take it for whatever it is worth. You walk a difficult path, and there is little enough I can do to aid you. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its
I will try and make it that way. Ooh, wow. I can ask her a bunch of stuff. Huh. How are the people?
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
How are the people at Haven?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
They are terrified. Many of them came here because the war between the Mages and the Templars destroyed their homes. In their minds, the death of a Divine has destroyed any chance of peace. To that, add the breach. Farmers have fled their fields. If we do not restore order, half of Thedas may starve.
How are the people elsewhere?
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Those are all different places we're going to be able to go to, by the way. And what help are you offering?
What are you doing to help these people?
My sisters and I have been tending to the injured as best we are able. Some refugees come with food, while others arrive empty-handed. I have helped ensure that all have enough to eat. Beyond that, many simply wish the familiar comfort of the Child of Light. It is little enough work to offer some comfort to those in pain.
Goodbye.
Farewell, revered mother.
Make her go with you.
Oh, there's a cutscene in here.
The Inquisition cannot remain a vassal.
What?
If you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's order.
Who is this guy? Why is he wearing a...
This is
Oh,
an
wait.
inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here
Hello,
each day.
Josephine.
But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breeze.
Hello, masked man.
Master Kadash, this is the Marquis Duray.
Oh, she called me Master
one
Kadash.
of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
The
Oh, okay.
rightful owner of Haven. How
He
do I
owns
go
this
lend
place?
Justina these lands for pilgrimage? This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this
No, wait a
arrangement.
minute. Wait a minute. Where were you in Origins when the cult of Andraste was running this place? When they were using it for their cult?
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside
Or
the
outside the
chantry.
cult of Andraste?
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the
Where was
monarchs
she
of
then?
Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit.
Yeah, she was.
I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy
Wow.
grounds.
Okay, well, first off, what the heck is with the mask? I think that's probably an Orlesian thing. Its followers need shelter.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock.
My goodness, look at the
We face a
collar
dark
on his
time,
jacket. That is huge.
Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
Did it work? I can see what Josephine is doing.
I'll think on
Ah, it worked.
The Inquisition might stay in the meantime.
Thank you, Monsieur. Very nice, Josephine. Does the Marquis really own Haven?
Do the Durelians actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian.
No kidding.
If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his
Huh.
behalf.
So he would...
Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
Huh. So he would have to have the Empress contact Alistair. Huh. Very interesting. And by the way, yeah, no kidding, he's Orlesian. I doubt I've seen any Ferelden wearing a mask like that. Or an outfit like that, for that matter. Sorry for interrupting.
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
By the way, look at how golden her dress is. My goodness. Certainly stands out. So what is your background?
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
How did you become ambassador?
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady
Montilier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
It's so nice to have someone who's like deeply embedded in the world of the politics of this, because we're gonna need someone like that. Aw, nothing to turn
If
in.
you find anything, please.
I know. As soon as I find something, I'll bring it.
What may I do for you?
Ooh. Tell me about yourself. Do you believe I'm holy?
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you, well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's
Huh.
light.
What does your family do?
What business are the Montiliers in, exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to
Huh.
Rivera. We once sent entire fleets across the Waking Sea.
Once?
But not anymore?
No. These days, our vessels are a touch more
Huh.
modest.
Tell me about your work.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
Are you doing this for Antiva?
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Will we have other causes?
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Huh.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Actually, let's speak right now.
Greetings.
So what are your duties?
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries and cement alliances.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I would not dispute that at all. So then you're our representative?
Then you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles.
I do. Someone must foster goodwill on our behalf, as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
Our PR manager. Are we that controversial?
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake. Every noble house, every throne, is waiting to see what the Inquisition
I'm
does
sure they
next.
are.
Many are willing to pledge support, if offers are made in just the right fashion. I intend to see that they are.
What brought you here?
Tell me how you came to work for the Inquisition again.
I'd been considering leaving my post in Antiva for a new challenge when Leliana recruited me. There's such unrest in Thedas, and the Inquisition seems a promising method to stop it. It's to everyone's benefit if we prevent the Mage-Templar conflict from spreading further.
Is Order why you signed on?
So, was it the prospect of stability that drew you here?
The full impact of the Mage Rebellion has yet to be felt, and that was before the death of the Divine. The violence must be curbed before we see it turn to full-scale war.
I absolutely agree.
I can only imagine the bloodshed if it escalates further.
I'm afraid history holds many examples of what will happen
Yeah.
if it does.
So how did you meet Leliana?
How do you and Liliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Orlais. I believe we actually met in Val Royal. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
What is the game?
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful.
Ah, yes. Ole.
Rather light-hearted name for the matter, but our legions are fond of playing.
Yes, they
games.
are. Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Oh, sorry guys, I got a little distracted. All of a sudden I heard this really loud noise, and I realized that it's because it's pouring rain outside. And I just got distracted how loud it got. It was, you know. What about our allies?
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Ooh, we can ask about our friends here. What about Cassandra?
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevada, although that barely seems important.
So we can get her take on pretty much
She was
everybody in
not
our
interested
group.
When I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven woman.
What about Cullen?
Commander Cullen came to mind.
The commander is an intelligent, cautious man. I'm grateful he's in charge of our standing army. Still, he does sometimes resemble the man with a hammer to whom everything appears as a nail.
What about Solus?
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost
Yes, he
propriety.
has.
And he has the most fascinating
He did have
stories.
some pretty interesting stories. And what about Varric?
I was thinking of
Oh, I could listen to his
So
tales
could
for
I.
hours.
So could
He
I.
actually let me read a chapter of his next book.
Oh,
he's
really?
writing. My friends would be sick with envy.
Wow, he gave you a sneak preview,
It's
huh?
excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings.
Oh, only 3? That is quite different from Varric.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Okay, maybe we'll talk to her more later. Let's go ahead and head to the War Council room. Because I believe I can get a couple of what are called perks here. Yeah, operations. You now have access to missions. Mission operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only 1 mission per advisor can be active at a time. Some missions have a preferred type, which results in less time required when undertaken by the associated advisor. Missions may also provide different rewards depending on which advisor completes them. So it does matter who you send on these operations. You don't just send anybody. Who you send is important. Now, as we level up our influence, we get Inquisition perks. We can either get Forces, which is Cullen's expertise, Secrets for Liliana, Connections Josephine, or Inquisition.
My scouts are posted on the ridges in case there's any trouble.
Thank you, Liliana. So let's take a look. So for Inquisition, we have History Knowledge. Detailed study of Thetis' past opens up new dialogue options related to the history and the Chantry. Grants an additional 50% experience per each codex entry found. Increase inventory capacity, more potion slots, detailed study of politics, rhetoric, and those who wield them to best effect opens up new dialogue options related to nobles and politics, as well as 10% more for items sold to them, a 10% discount on their goods, special offers for rare inventory, secrets. Opens up new dialogue options related to the Fade or Arcane studies. Receive extra herbs with each harvest. Significant increase to the discovery range or the searching action. Additional 50% for each foe studied, including those already completed. I'm eventually got to get this. Allows all rogues in the party to open masterwork locks. I definitely want to get that. Dialogue options related to criminal activities and grants 50% for each codex entry unlocked. Well, I definitely want to first off get the dialogue options, because that's going to be really helpful in certain conversations. So because because I was a former criminal, let's go ahead and get this underworld knowledge, and then either politics and nobles or history in the Chantry. Let's do that. History in the Chantry. Okay, so no more perks until then. Then next time I'll probably get maybe this one, and then get this one. So, until then, now we can choose operations in either Orlais or Ferelden. And here's our main mission. Address the Chantry in Val Royeaux. It costs 4 power. I had 33, so there's no problem there. The Red Heart. Such is the reach of the threat that the Inquisition received offers from all corners of Thetis. From a distant clan of Dalish comes a surprise. A letter and following script. Perhaps you are not as we do and do not share what we believe. But this threat is common to us all, for the wounded sky belongs to everyone. If nothing else, we would have you sure of foot in your journey toward victory. Huh. Interesting. Well, no time, so I guess we'll take every care with such a boon. Our associates will see to it. I'll quietly make certain nothing interferes with the arrival. Our soldiers will ensure the creature arrives safely. Let's do Leliana. Ah, I got a red heart mount. Very nice. Okay, let's see what these other ones are. Investigate the shards. Ah, this one also costs 4. Flames of the Inquisition Charger. Oh, that's right. This is how I get those mounts. I was wondering why I couldn't get those mounts. It's because I haven't done these yet. Okay, so this is how I get my armored Flames of the Inquisition mount. Okay. There we go. An Inquisition Barded Charger. There we go. Alright, now in Ferelden, let's see what some of these other ones are. Rescue soldiers missing in Ferelden. That's another area. The Bog Unicorn. Oh, here's the other mount. Okay.
At your
Okay.
service.
So I got those special mounts now. Okay. Build watchtowers. Ah, the refugees in the hinterlands face threats from bandits, demons, apostate mages, and Templar deserters. Will help Inquisition force ensure the safety of refugees and farmers. The appropriate building sites have already been marked. So as you can see, sometimes 1 or 2 advisors will not participate in a mission. And so then you have either 1 or 2 to choose from. And the time changes, as well as the method. So like for Josephine, it's an hour, and there are nobles near Redcliffe who will gladly help the Inquisition if we make them an offer. And for Cullen, my soldiers will have those towers up in short order. It's only take 45 minutes. So, you could get different rewards for doing this. And here's another bonus. The good thing is you don't have to actually... the time, it does not count for when you actually play the game. This will actually keep going when you're not playing the game. If you have your system shut down, it will keep going. And so then the next... if that time passes and next time you log into the game and play, it will say, oh, the operation is done. Report... Cullen's report is ready. So let's go ahead and have Cullen do that.
To work?
So, gather coin. It's kind of a generic one. This is one that will keep opening up. Be like, hey, you can keep gathering coin. It's not a unique one. Oh, the Carta gets its cut. I think, yeah, this is a unique one because of my backstory. Kadash, sorry about the lyrium deal at the Conclave going sideways. When I said I expected the talks to blow up, that wasn't what I meant. At least you made it out of there in one piece. You always did have strange luck. I'm not saying where I am now. Let's call it somewhere safe enough and leave the prying eyes guessing. The Dasher's looking for you. Well, for both of us, but mostly you. Angry as a drunk Bronto. He thinks you ran off with his lyrium, Sal Roca, and now you're hiding from the Carta behind a wall of Inquisition muscle. I'd be careful if I were you. Lantos. Ah. So... if I was doing Cullen, it'd be 40 teammates, he'd be like, we can subdue this branch of the Carta with little difficulty. This Carta clan could be useful to us. We could arrange a payoff. We can't openly negotiate with the Carta, but we might get Orzamar's ambassador to do so on our behalf. Let's have Leliana do this.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Scout the Storm Coast for the Terran of Highever, address the nobleman's concerns, and harden Hightown 3, Varric's Revenge. Huh. 10:30. Friend in Antiva City to look into this matter, I suppose. Merchants Guild, the Crows might be a better choice for investigating him. Cullen won't do that. Alright, let's take a look at the others. Address the nobleman's concerns. Herald, your Inquisition says it's for order against chaos. Chaos, reason, and darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my land. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates among them. Filthy savages, tearing at our roots. Jeez. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the Conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you richly rewarded for your faith. This guy sounds like a jerk. We can send a few patrols, but I prefer they help the refugees, not this Lord Kildarn. We can't take advantage of this raving. My spies can harass the refugees moving elsewhere. Nah. Ah, yes, Lord Kildarn, a pariah even among his peers. Let us send a polite refusal and nothing more. Terran and Highever. That sounds familiar. Oh, it's Fergus Cousland. So if you played the human noble in Origins, you'll know who that is. That's your brother. Huh. To whom it concerns, the Ternier of Highever wishes to convey our deepest sympathies on the death of Divine Justinia V. The Most Holy was incomparable in her wisdom and dedication to peace, and we had high hopes that her conclave would succeed. We will hold a vigil in Highever in remembrance of Justinia, and cordially invite the Inquisition to attend. Sincerely, Terran Fergus Cousland. We have a number of Ferelden officers. We could send an honor guard to Highever. I know Terran Cousland, and I know Justinia. I can't attend, but I could write to him. We should send a diplomatic attaché, or however you pronounce it, and some of the Templars who knew the Divine. So that takes 15 minutes. And this one takes 20 minutes. Yeah, that guy can wait. Let's do this. I would want to do either Leliana or Josephine. Let's have Josephine take care of this. There we go. Okay, so now that we've done those, we can either scout some of these other areas, or we could head to Val Royeaux to address what's going on over there. Kind of going back. Well, let's go back, and I'll probably end this part and then save, and then decide whether or not we're gonna go check out the other areas, or do the next thing, which is address the Chantry. As you can see there, yeah, it would say, hey, it's ready to report, and I've acquired those other mounts, which means I can go back over to the stable and select which of those mounts I want to use. So it wasn't a bug, I just forgot that you actually had to do an operation in order to actually get those mounts. So let's head over here and do that real quick. And no matter which mount I choose, it's still going to keep the same name. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Hey Rocky, what's up, boy?
Travel safe.
Nope. Come on. There we go. No. Alright, there we go. Ugh. Okay. Heart. A red heart. A great stag of impeccable health and agility, or ability. Such mounts are a triumph of breeding and careful training. Let's take a look at it. Huh! Look at this thing. Look at the size of those antlers. Alright, let's take a look at, I think, exotics? Yep, Bog Unicorn. A proud charger made strange by fate. Whether possessed of a spirit or whatever makes horses run, it yet wants to serve. Look at this. Wow. Look at its mouth. It's got like, it's like bones. There's so little skin on this. You can see its bones. And you look at its mouth. You can see its teeth there. Very odd looking. So strange. And horses. Ah, here we go. The Inquisition Barded Charger. Best of breed, clad in the barding of a master, mountain armor are tailored for each other. One of a kind, and it knows it. Look at this. Oh, look at how armored he is. That's awesome. That is pretty sweet looking. Alright, so for now, until I find something that I think looks cooler, or is more to my preference, I think this is going to be my mount during this game. At least to an extent. At least for now. Until I find something better. As cool as maybe the heart was, and how strange the unicorn looked, I like this one. It's got some hay to eat there. Okay, so when we come back, I will have decided whether or not we're gonna... As a fact, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna travel. Next time we come back, we will travel to Val Royeaux and see if we can address the Chantry's concerns about me and the Inquisition. Stay tuned.